And so the question is that I would like to address, when you're eating a lot of whole foods or raw foods, can this cause shortages, nutrient shortages, or imbalances in the body? Now, for me at the time, the benefits were so great, and it was accelerating me so quickly towards solving my health problems that I didn't care, quite frankly, what kind of imbalance was being created in the body, and I didn't really feel like one was being created. I felt good, but over time I did have to wonder this question more and more and research it more, and ultimately after I got healthy and well, I wanted to make sure that things were sustainable and that I was eating in a balanced way, a sustainable way. And through intuition and through research, here's what I came to realize about the imbalances and shortages. And the short answer is that yes, it can. And I hate to say this, but we can't be naive or overly romantic or overly idealistic. As much as the notion of living off the land is romantic and just in this interchange with planet Earth, that we're living in harmony and that we're using these ingredients to balance ourselves, and that's all we need, basically. That's such a romantic and ideal notion. But we're not in Kansas anymore, Dorothy. And now look at the way that food is produced in the USA and in much of the modern world. Because of the way that Big Agri grows food and the way that they don't replenish the soil and so many things that are done, the soil quality has just dropped off. This is well documented in the last century. And so the foods that are produced are dramatically lacking in a lot of basic nutrients, including vitamins and minerals. So, this is just the truth of it. So the short answer is yes. And I think that this is why this information is not more obvious to people. In other words, how to solve your health problems and clean out your body and regenerate yourself using raw foods, using especially fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds. I think that these foods, which are supposed to be amazing superfoods, I think that they've lost some of their sheen because of the way that they get produced. And so it's not like an amazing, miraculous experience. Now, if you've ever tasted a fruit that's grown in a very special way with a lot of love, not in a big commercial way, but in a very special piece of land, and it's allowed to ripen completely and completely naturally grown, I mean, the experience is unbelievable. It just makes your toes curl. It gives you goosebumps. It sends chills up and down your spine. Makes the little hairs on your arms stand up. Because it's just so ecstatic and sensual and delightful. And so if all raw foods were like this, I think people would realize the power of them, and they would be that much more packed with nutrients, vitamins, minerals. And so because most foods are not like that, yes, there can be a potential shortage and potential imbalance as compared with other foods. And by the way, for those who do well with, eating sort of grass-fed, pasture-raised animal products, if that soil is depleted, then also that animal is going to have subpar nutrition. That meat will.